Hey y'all, I'm Tammy, and this is Collard Valley Cooks. And today we have guests. This is Randy and Frank. Frank's sister lives here in the city that we live in, and Randy has contacted me through email more than once, and I let him know that since he had family here, that he needed to come see us because he wanted to learn how to make biscuits.
That's right.
And so here he is, and he is a beginner. All right, so this will be a very beginner how to make biscuit video, and I hope you enjoy it. I think it's a lot of fun. I hope you make some good old biscuits. All right, we're going to get started. Right. Okay, so the first thing, you're going to use 2 cups of flour.
So you put 1 cup in here already, right?
I don't sift my flour because it's good already. Right. So I just kind of scrape that off with my finger.
Like this.
Level.
I'll use this so nobody has a stroke because we don't want to make anybody upset about me using my hands.
And so I'm going to let you use 2 of those, and I'm going to use 1 just for demonstration.
I have a lot of biscuits.
Yeah.
That's okay.
Well,
you've never seen us eat before either.
Well, there's a lot of kids where you're going, so I'm not too worried. Randy's sister's got 5 kids, so I think if we have any leftovers, there won't be any problem with that.
Oh, no.
Okay, so I'm going to put a cup in mine because I just want to show him how to do it. Now, you want to make sure you got flour in the sifter for when we put them out on the counter.
That's right. And
that's out of the way. Now, we're going to use some shortening. Now, I don't have whole buttermilk of all the times. I actually ordered it and let somebody bring it to me, and they picked out the wrong thing. So, in 2 cups of flour, you're going to use a 1/4 cup of shortening. Okay, there you go.
And the infamous blending fork.
Yes, and so I'm going to tell him a little bit how to use this blending fork, and while I'm at it, y'all remember that it's Prime Week, and today and tomorrow is Prime Day, okay? And right now this fork, or it was earlier, was $5 and something. That's pretty cheap, delivered to you, okay? So if you don't have one, get you one. Now let me show you how to use it. I'm going to pick up mine and show you how to use it. What I like about that blending fork in this Pyrex bowl, for real, is that they're shaped in the same angle. And so when you get ready to blend your shortening into that flour, it's just easier, especially for a beginner, to be able to do it. So all you're going to do is kind of get your fork in some flour a little bit, and then you're going to press it through the shortening, right through it. Watch me. You're going to go down and across.
Down and across.
Down all the way to the bottom of the bowl and across.
On the counter.
Yeah. So you're going to smash it into the bowl pretty much is how you're doing it. And that way it really cuts it in there. And you only want to get it about a 1/4 size. I mean, not a 1/4 size, for heaven's sakes, pea size. So it's not like you got to just blend and blend and blend like most people think you do.
I lost all my shortening. I don't know where it went to.
Just mix it up.
There we go. My flour's trying to leap out.
It's fine. You're doing a good job. I see, that's not that hard to do, is it?
Got this. Got this under control.
What do you think about the fork?
I love it. And it works great with this bowl. Yes. It's very simple.
It's a lot easier to use than a pastry blender. The one that looks like a horseshoe, everything gets stuck in it. You know, that's perfect.
There we go.
Perfect. All right, so you can tell that he's got that blended in there, and you can see the little pieces. And you want some pieces because that's what makes your biscuit fluff in the stove or oven, whatever you call it.
Gotta have fluffy biscuits. Can't have flat ones.
Now, if you look at my recipe in volume 1 or whatever volume you got, most of them are going to say 2/3 to 3/4 cups of whole buttermilk. I do tell you to use a pinch of baking soda, which we have not thrown in here. I guess we can throw some in. That's what my granny did. When she uses buttermilk, she would use a little bit of soda. So I'm just going to put a pinch of soda in here, and you're just going to blend it in a little bit. And I'm just barely going to put a little bit in mine. And you want to mix it up good because you don't want nobody to get a soda biscuit because it don't taste good on its own. All right, and I was going to get something and measure this because I'm about to come. I want to double check this recipe anyway. It's been a while. I don't ever check a recipe. I just cook. All right, this is 2/3 to 3/4 cups. It says. So I'm going to put 3/4 in here for you.
All right.
Okay, so what you're going to do first is you're going to put some milk in there, just like your mama said. I want you to tell them what your mama said.
So when I was younger, I was going to learn how to make biscuits with my mom. So she tells me to put flour in the bowl. And I said, how much? She said, just put some in there. We'll be fine. She said, then get a handful of Crisco. And I said, well, my hands are bigger than yours. And she said, don't worry, we'll make more biscuits. And then she said, put some buttermilk in there. And I said, how much? And she said, 2 glugels. What's a glugel? And she said, it goes glugel, glugel. That was it. I was done making biscuits with mama.
That might be why some of y'all don't know how to make biscuits. So you're going to add the milk. Now you can go ahead, I can guarantee you, and put the majority of that in there.
All righty, let's see where that gets us.
And then you're just going to take, you're doing it perfect. You're just going to take the end of the fork and just move it around, circle it.
I think we can use
and it's going to, and you're going to add milk until when you make the circles. Now, don't add any for a while because you got a lot to mix, okay?
All righty. Keep on going in circles. I can't decide if I want to go clockwise or counterclockwise. We may have some backwards
I go
biscuits
clockwise, but you go any way you want to go. Mine's ready. All right, see that, Randy?
So I need some more milk, probably.
See? No.
Nope.
You
Just
still
going.
got some stirring to do.
Keep on going. See, that's where
well,
I make
no,
mistakes.
I think you're ready. Go ahead and put that in there.
Put some more in there.
Yes.
Here we go.
Go ahead and put it all in
Put it
there.
all in there. All right.
We'll see how my recipe is.
Now
Now, this is low-fat buttermilk. Now, if you buy whole buttermilk, which is what I call for, it will take less when it's thinner than it does when it's thick, okay? So I'm hoping this should be just right for you. I want you to put that fork in there just like this. Watch me.
Spin it
yes. Put it in there and don't pick it up. Just go round and round and round. There you go.
See, there's a mistake I was making. Stir it up.
Keep going.
Or as my great-grandma used to say, stir it up.
Stir it. Stir it. I say steer it.
There you go.
Is that how she said it?
She said stir it.
Steer it.
I was like, okay.
And I also say oil. Did she
That's the
say
right way to
oil?
say it.
Did she say oil?
She said lots of crazy things.
All right. Now, see, really, we got a little bit too much in it.
Oh, do we?
See how wet it looks? It looks a little bit wet. Look at mine.
Yours looks a little bit drier. But mine's falling apart. It won't stay together.
Okay. So I want you to take a little bit of flour and just dust some in there. Go ahead. There you go.
All right.
And just kind of mix it up.
All righty. Don't pick up the fork.
And I'm not.
You may have to get this.
That's
turned over.
perfect.
There
All
we
right.
go.
It's moving around good now. See?
Yeah, see, it's all together now. One
That's
big ball.
perfect.
All
Okay. Look at there. That's perfect. That was the right amount. But now that was not whole buttermilk. That was actually low-fat buttermilk. Okay. But it worked. It worked. It worked. Okay, doke. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to flour the surface. And we're going to put some shortening. Let you do. I'll put the shortening since you're going to flour.
All right.
You're just going to shorten in your pan. And we're going to put these pretty close to each other. And Lord, I don't even have my oven on. Let me turn on my oven.
So just some flour on the counter.
Yes.
It all blends in together.
We've been talking and having a good time together, and I just forgot to turn on the oven.
We good?
That looks good. Yes. Now you're just going to flip that out on to here.
Flip it. Can I
No, don't touch it yet.
Don't
flip
touch
it out.
Okay. Flip it out. There we go.
All right. Put that in the sink.
Oh, in the sink. Sorry.
Okay. Now take your flour. Sift the top. All right. Perfect.
There we go. Ooh,
All right. Now you're going to fold it over. I say on mine 6 or 7 times. So let me show you. I'm going to do mine, and then you're going to do yours. Okay. And remember, I got half as much as he does. And my dough's a little bit drier than yours. And that's okay. So I may not have to fold mine quite as much as you do. All right, when I say fold, I mean you push it once, you fold it towards you, push it, then you turn it, fold it one way. Wait a minute. This way. This way. Always, you're
It's
always
like folding fitted sheets.
all right. Watch. Okay. You're always going to pick it up from the back,
And
bring
fold
it
toward
to
you.
the front.
All right.
All right. Push it.
Way down.
Watch me. Push it.
Oh,
Yeah.
push it. Okay.
All right. All right. All right. Watch. Just watch me, Randy. Watch. You pull it. You push it. Then you
And
turn it. You
So gotta turn
pull
it.
You push
You'll
it. Mine's ready.
Pull it and push it.
Perfect.
Real good.
Push it real good. Yeah. That's how you say it. That's the.
Push it. There we go.
All right. That
so we
looks
have
good.
pushed and pulled.
Oh, that's perfect. That feels
There we
really
go.
good, Randy.
There we go. We got this
All right.
going on.
Oh, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have
You
touched
made a
it.
burrito.
Wait, I don't want to touch it. All right. You fold it to where you can.
I didn't see how you folded yours.
I usually fold it like when it's this big, I would probably fold this and this.
All right. So burrito style. There
And
we go.
then I would flip it over and then
All right.
I'll show you what to do. I just hate to do it for you. You
That's
know what I mean?
okay. That's all
All
right.
right. There you go. Now, pat it about that high. Look how much dough I got compared to you. I don't have much, do I?
That's all right. We're going to make some biscuits out of this. They're going to be good.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. It helps it be layered. And
See, that's where I went wrong. I wasn't folding, and that's why mine were like hockey pucks.
well, you don't have to fold it. You can roll your biscuits. Now, Mama rolled hers, and if you roll it, you pinch off a piece out of the, you don't have to do this, but you pinch off a piece out of your bowl, and you roll it like this. You never put it out on the counter, but I tell people that are beginning to make biscuits, always pat them out and cut them. Always. Because rolling is kind of like an art. And another thing is when you roll biscuits, they're typically, because you don't knead them at all, they fall apart easier and they're harder to stuff. Like if you wanted to make a sausage and egg biscuit, you really need a cut biscuit to make a sausage and egg biscuit.
Absolutely.
If you have a rolled biscuit, it's perfect to eat with breakfast and with your spaghetti like we did growing up. I know that sounds crazy. But we also would have it with gravy. But if you want to stuff a biscuit, it's best to cut them out. Yours are ready to cut out. You can just put a little flour on the top if you want to, just barely.
Just a little, or is anything? There we go. Just a little bit.
Yeah,
there we go.
perfect.
Is that good?
Just
All
rub
right.
it around on there. I think you need to pat it just a little bit more.
Pat a little bit more.
Yeah.
There we go. Those are going to be thick. I like it.
Yeah, I want you to kind of push. I mean, they need to be a little bit skinnier.
A little bit skinnier.
Don't be afraid of it.
I am. I'm afraid I'm making it into
I
hockey
know.
pucks. That's what I've done
that's
before.
perfect. Now, I guess you can use this one.
All right. And you normally flour yours first, right?
I'm kind of making that as fat as this side so they'll be even.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you normally put a little
you
flour?
can just put it right here.
Okay. Just down here.
Yeah.
And then
Don't twist it.
don't
A
twist
lot
it.
of people twist it, and that keeps it from rising, keeps the
Don't
sides
twist
from
and
pulling up.
shout.
Right.
We pushed it real good, but we don't twist and shout.
Right.
Okay.
All right. And go as close to the edge as you can.
Close to
Yeah,
the
there
edge
you
as I
go.
can. I don't think I can get one right there. Let's go over here.
Okay.
Straight down.
Perfect.
All right. Now we got to get that guy out of there.
You'll be fine.
We'll get him out of
You're
there. We'll
doing
pick the
really
rest of it up.
good. And you're going to be surprised at how delicious they are. All right. Now put them
Alrighty.
in your pan. I'm going to
Let's
pick,
get these bad
mine.
boys out of here. Put those right
and mine won't be as good as yours because my dough is a little thicker.
Imagine yours will be amazing as usual.
It's actually better when they're not as thick.
And then just put all this back together, pat it around a little bit.
I pick mine up and just kind of move it like that with my thumb, kind of push it under there. And then I just set it back down and cut some more.
Now we are in the biscuit making mode now to make this happen.
Granny always squeezed hers in. Here, I'll scoot yours over a little bit.
See if we can get a second one out of this. Well, he's going to have a weird side, but we can get a second one out of there. We'll redo him. He looks funky.
Now, with your dough that you have left, try to roll one. Watch me.
So thumb in.
Watch me. This one, roll. This one, roll. This one, you're doing it.
I got this.
And then just keep going until it's nice and smooth on the top, like that. Look, you did it.
Cool.
And then you just put it.
Don't make those two little thumbprints on the top.
You put it right there. And like what Mama would do is do her knuckles. Is that what your mama did?
Mama did hers like hamburgers.
Oh, she did it like this.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Mama knuckled hers like this.
There we go.
But either way,
all right.
They look
Looks
good.
like deer tracks.
Yeah. All right, they look great. Now, I always wet the top of mine a little bit but I put a little buttermilk on my hands and just kind of pat them on there.
Yes,
here you go.
Seen that happen.
And this is not thick, so it's going to be harder.
We'll make it happen.
And if you want to know why we wash our biscuits, it just makes them pretty and brown. And it's so funny because the majority of my family thought that my granny, did you get them all wet?
I think I did.
Yeah.
I got everybody.
Thought that my granny used water on top of her biscuits. I said, no, she didn't. She used milk. And they went, no, I thought she used water. I said, look, I am nosy. I'm probably the nosiest one in the family. Y'all know I'm right. You know, y'all know I'm right. You know I'm nosy.
Of course.
And my granny used milk. My granny used her same buttermilk to pat the top of her biscuits. So if you got somebody really nosy in your family, they probably know a little bit more about what your granny did in the kitchen too. So look at these beautiful biscuits. Now mine are the little bitty ones and his are the nice, pretty, big, tall ones. They look delicious. We're going to get them in the oven. We're going to cook us up some breakfast and we'll be back with you to eat and we'll tell you how good they are. Okay.
Here we go. Alrighty. Right in there. And bye-bye.
Now we're going to cook up something good to go with it.
All right. Let's see what kind of goodness we got in here. Oh, yes. Those look amazing.
They look good. You can sit them right there on that cat.
Sit them right here on the cat.
Yep. About let the convection be on too long, but they're still pretty. And we're going to flip them upside down in just a second, y'all. Now, I always flip my biscuits upside down. I don't know if your mama did or not, but my granny did. And mainly to keep them from sweating. And so I'm going to get some, and we'll flip them upside down. And then we're going to make some gravy and some, do you want to make gravy? Do you make gravy at home?
I made gravy before. Yeah, it's okay. I can get through that. But I'm going to watch you. Guess I'm not watching you.
If you don't flip them, they sweat on the bottom. And I just take it and flip them upside down.
There we
like
go.
That.
No biscuit sweat.
I'm making noise, ain't I? Making noise. All right.
Turn over.
We're going to make some gravy.
That little piece right there is just gone.
What? He's tasting them. Did you want to butter one or anything? Or are you just going to eat them with?
It was a piece of that one that was laying up here that looked lonely, so I got rid of it.
Honey, my mama used shortening. Your mama probably did too. Or she probably used the grease, which my mama never did. But my mama would use the shortening. She might use a little dripping like that, but we never made our gravy with just the grease like a lot of people do. I don't know why, and Chris's family didn't either. So
Mama made it with the grease.
Yes. Now, your butter's getting a little brown. So what we're going to do is, I like to salt and pepper it when it's like that because it always, it's fun. I don't know what.
And if I'm not mistaken, those are on sale on Amazon right now, right?
Yes, everything's on sale right now, y'all. If you want to get some, and I've actually made a page that everything we sell on Amazon that is on Prime Day sale, there's one page with everything on it. So all you got to do is go in there, and you know that it's already on a Prime Day sale if it's on that page. Yes. There you go.
I watch Mama do this a lot.
Mm-hmm. And if you want the recipe, it's just equal parts one to the other. But I just add it until it looks good. Now you're going to let this brown a little. You can tell it's starting to brown around the edges because flour is actually raw.
Yikes,
and
that's hot.
Are you hot? Do I
It's
have
just
it up
hot
too
right
high?
here. It's just hot right here.
All right, here we go. You want me to cool it down for you?
Alrighty, let's do it. Ooh, drip it on your stove. Yeah, so I
right.
gotta do this.
It's going to take a little bit before that thickens. And we're going to make some eggs. It's funny. I noticed that Frank is quiet.
Always. He doesn't have time to get a word in edgewise.
That's the way Chris is. Bless his heart. All right. Once that starts to thicken, it's really going to start to thicken pretty quick. You got it mixed up good?
Oh, yeah. I do believe I got a few lumps in there, but they're coming out.
All right. When you hold this, you can get it further down in there.
Do the jiggle.
Instead of this. I mean, you can do it either way.
Right.
As long as you get it mixed up, it don't matter. I just like to tell people what to do.
This is the Tammy jiggle.
I should have been a teacher, I guess. So I get to teach people on here. It's nice. It's fun. Now, my viewers have taught me a lot of stuff to do.
But we figured out the trick with the biscuits is the pull and the push. That's what makes the difference. Oh, yeah, it's sticking it up big time.
Now he doesn't have an excuse. He can make a biscuit.
Well, we normally make what we call Watt biscuits at home. Do you know what Watt biscuits are?
What is that?
Watt biscuits. You peel the label off and you wipe them on the counter.
Oh, Watt biscuits. I thought you said what? Oh, it's thick.
Oh, yes, we're there.
All right.
We are there.
I'm not watching. I'm sorry.
Uh-oh, I messed up on a puppy. There we go. All right. Stick that right there for the time being.
I need you over here scraping.
Oh. Sorry. I got to do the scrape. Oh, no, we get in the counter.
That's fine. I don't mind. Yes, when we put this countertop in, they just thought I was crazy because I wanted Formica.
I guess I could hold this for you.
Formica's what we had when we were kids. I'm like, I know, and that's why I like it. That's perfect. That's good.
There we go.
It's pretty thick. All right, so if your gravy gets a little too thick, you can add, like that's just a little too thick. You can add a little bit of milk to it. All right, you can get a spatula out of there and go flip them eggs, turn them eggs for me. You didn't know you was going to come over here and do everything for me.
That's all right. We're going to make it happen.
I like to cook on high. I'm a high cooker.
Well, there you go.
I don't cook when I'm high. I cook when the heat is
She
high.
has two temperatures, high and really hot.
That's right. Everybody's always, that's drove my viewers crazy for years. And I've been that way since I can remember. I just like to cook on high. I'm always in a hurry. And I've always been in a hurry. I've always done things fast. My boss used to tell me I was like having 2 employees. But that's the way I've been all my life. Like at school, I was always the first one to finish my test. It used to drive my mama crazy at the bakery when she would, because my mama was a perfectionist with her cakes at the bakery. And we would do like almost 100 cakes on Saturdays. And there were 4 decorators. And Mama would always fuss at me because I was in a hurry, and tell me to slow down and do a better job or whatever. We're going to get the show on the road. We're going to plate a plate. Look at that pretty biscuit you made.
Look at that.
Hold that up to the camera.
Ta-da. That's a Frank biscuit. It's really tall.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Look at that.
All right. Now, how do you do your biscuits for gravy? Do you flip them? Do you cut them in half or do you crumble them?
Bust them open.
You just bust them open?
Just bust it open.
All right,
just like
here you
that.
go.
Kapoof. Here we go.
All right.
Oh, she's going to fix my plate for me.
I don't know how much gravy you want. I like a lot. Do y'all like jelly? Have y'all had Golden Eagle table syrup before? Do you like sweet stuff?
I can't get Golden
Do you
Eagle
like sweet stuff?
Oh,
okay, I'm going to go get some. All right, here.
She keeps asking those
I'm gonna
questions
go grab
like
my
I'm skinny.
syrup. This comes out of Alabama, and it's different than all the syrups. Everybody's like, oh, that's like that so-and-so syrup. And I'm like, no, it ain't. It tastes buttery. It doesn't taste sorghummy.
Ooh.
So it is a lot different than most of the syrups. Golden Eagle from Alabama. I just love it. I grew up with it on the table. So
Sounds good.
I'll put it on this so you can taste it.
Here we go. Do a little biscuit tasting right here.
Except it don't have
That's
butter
that
on
little
it, but that's
tiny
all
one.
right. It's buttery. What do you think? Can you see why I like it?
That's very good.
Yes.
That's very good.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want some eggs?
Tammy's about to lose a jar of honey is what's going to happen.
I got some extra. I'll send you home with
Oh,
one.
no.
Yes. Yes.
That's
I'll
good.
send you home.
That's perfect.
Okay. Now, don't eat something because I made it. You want cantaloupe or not? Chris hates cantaloupe, but you don't
Just
have
a
to
little
eat.
one's good.
This one?
That's perfect.
Okay. Oh, and we forgot our swaggerty sausage and our
Oh, we got to try the swaggerty sausage.
bacon. So he's going to try the swaggerty sausage. And go ahead and try that for him, and then I'll give you a fork.
I'm just going to grab me a piece of bacon right here and grab me a sausage right there. My fingers are relatively clean. I only ate off of it once.
All right. Give it a try,
All right,
buddy.
let's see how this is.
See what you think about being at Collard Valley Cooks, and you help make it. I don't know if it's got enough salt, though. I didn't try it. Does it need salt?
We're moving in.
It does need a little salt. Did you like it?
That's really good. And it doesn't taste like a hockey puck.
That's your biscuit.
Yes.
Now you know why he married me. The day he asked me to marry him, I was frying chicken. I don't even know if he knew I was frying chicken. I came to the door in the apron. Believe it or not, I did. And I was 29. And he knocked on the door, and I had flour on me, and he asked me to marry him, and I went, I'm frying chicken.
It's probably not the answer he was looking for.
I said, yes, I'll marry you. All right, y'all tell them where you're from.
So I originally grew up in Reedsville, Georgia, which for anybody who's from around the area is close to Vidalia for Vidalia sweet onions. But our claim to fame is we have the largest hotel in the state of Georgia with a bar in every room. It's where the state penitentiary is.
Oh, wow.
It's a bar in every room. But it's also where the original Longest Yard was filmed with Burt Reynolds, and I was in the movie. I was in second grade. I was an extra.
Awesome.
But now we live out on the Navajo Reservation out in a little tiny place called Tisnas Pass, Arizona. We live about 15 miles from the Four Corners. I work for Indian Health Service for the federal government, so that's what got us out there. And Frank is a school teacher. He's actually the athletic director of one of the local high schools there. So we're in town visiting family and friends, and thought we would come by and visit Chris and Tammy and learn how to make some biscuits.
Yeah. So Chris was a football coach for years, so him and Frank have some stuff in common. And me and Randy have stuff in common because we like to cook.
There you go.
Oh, it's good to have you here, Randy.
Well,
thank you for watching Collard Valley Cooks, where we cook
like Mama did.
All right. We'll see you next time. Bye. I love you.